Whoa, they're gonna find you like America. I just checked my following.
going on? What's going on, everybody? Good evening, good evening. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody. For those who are going to get a chance to watch and view this, I really appreciate it from the heart. I really hope that I can build something here, build a family, and we can do a lot of building, because that's definitely what I want this channel to be for. Building, growing, gaining understanding, talking about a lot of things that's going on in the world, because it's a lot of shit going on in the world. So once again, man, I appreciate everybody that's viewing and those who got a chance to check out the first couple videos that's been put together already. Appreciate it for everybody who got a chance to see the views, see the videos. Definitely appreciate that. I want to welcome everybody to the show. This is Two Kings podcast. Once again, Two Kings podcast. It's your man Marquise Fingers Reed.
Boy, B Low, man, and B Low.
Mr. Missing in Action.
Jimmy, we here now. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all was like
Mr.
Two
Missing in
Kings,
Action.
like Two Kings. I've been seeing one dude for the last two shows. Like, well, yeah, it's two, definitely two.
So there you have it in a nutshell. You could definitely subscribe to Marquise Reed on YouTube, man. Like I said in the last show, for those who got to see it and those who didn't get to see it, any journey that begins in life starts with the first step, period. In order for you to get somewhere, it starts at the very first step. So me and my bro here definitely consider this the first step in its journey, and we definitely want to take y'all with us.
So as the scenery change in the background, as the show progresses, and you looking like, man, let me go back to the first episode. Man, these boys really, because you know what I'm saying, it takes time, like anything
Definitely
else, you know what I'm saying, especially when you're doing this from the ground up and you're doing it by yourself.
Definitely
take time, but thanks to the technology that's given nowadays, you know, it's a little easier. We, you know what I'm saying, blessed to be able to get our word out quicker, you know what I'm saying, without really having to reach out for a lot, you know what I'm saying. You can pretty much get your phone out really and upload your shit nowadays.
Facts.
So we definitely here to bring you some positivity, some truth,
along with a whole bunch of other shit.
With a whole bunch of other shit.
This the thing, and I'm glad that I got my partner back with me, so y'all can get a real full impact of what the show really feels like. Because I believe two heads is always better than one. And above all, the Most High, my daddy, say when two or three are gathered in His name, that He will be in the midst of. So I'm glad and happy to have my brother here because, not everybody share the same opinion. Not everybody got the same views. And it's good to get some type of debate sometimes when, he's not going to agree with everything I say all the time. And I'm not going to agree with everything he say all the time. He might, agree with the viewers. The viewers might have to, agree with what he's saying or vice versa, what I'm saying. So it's good to have two point of views and two ways to look at it. I'm not saying that, the show has all the answers. We have all the answers. I have all the answers. But what I am saying is I believe in building brings out the opportunity for a lot of things when you just start a conversation and start talking about things. All right. So just jumping right into it with that being said, like I've been starting off the previous shows before this one, the first two, I always started off with just a quick verse from the Book of Life, from the most powerful book on earth, in my opinion, straight from the Most High, from the King of Kings himself. This is coming from 1 Corinthians 10:31. I'm sorry, 1,000 Points. That's the wrong verse, 1,000 Points. The first verse is going to be coming from Nehemiah 8:10. Do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength. And that's it. I like that one because it's short and simple. It ain't too much. Well, it's hard to understand. Do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength. Your love for the Lord, your connection with the Most High is what's going to be the strength to get you through whatever that may be that you're going through, whatever's grieving you. In the land right now, it's shorties killing shorties, you know what I'm saying? Look, females getting raped, galore, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? All type of hell is going on. So do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength. And that's hard when you in the street and going through hell to believe that, you know what I'm saying, in the midst of the bullshit. So just to break that down a little bit, when you know who the Lord is and start trying to understand who the Lord is, then that verse that I just read becomes more believable to you, because you start realizing that whatever grief it is that you have, the joy in knowing that the Lord is who he say he is, gonna do what he say he gonna do, gives you the confidence to, even when the most worst moments happen, death, funerals, whatever the case may be, gunshots, your family getting hit and the shit happening, your connection with the Lord and understanding that these things happen and are going to happen and you can't stop them, but it's ways that you can, go about it to, maybe slim your chances down for falling in the fuckery or whatever, or having stronger faith, knowing this stuff makes you have stronger faith. And because of that faith, your statistics of getting caught in some bullshit slams down. However you want to look at it. So I just think that that verse right there, that was the reason why I think the Most High set that on my heart to use that.
What's the line? Everybody say it.
What's that?
God got me.
Facts. Big fact. Is that simple?
It's that simple.
That simple?
You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I done said it a million times.
Simple. So that's just and just
might have said it a couple times with a shaky voice, not really sure. Like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really prayed a couple. You know what I'm saying? I can't really jump out here and honestly say God got me, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. I had those moments too, but yeah, everybody say it, man. That's what it kind of equates to,
and that's
to me.
And that's where you get it from. That's really where the saying is originated from. The original saying come from your daddy, the truth. Now, just like people do, they'll take shit and put their hands in it, manipulate it, put their own spin on it, their own lingo, then it come out like
God got me.
Facts, man. It's just that simple. But it all started from the original, from the truth. So today's shows is the topic of today's shows is kings. What and who are they? In a prior show before this one, it was queens. What and who are they? Spoke a little bit about it. Of course, in 30 some odd minutes, you're not going to be able to touch on everything you would like to touch on, but that's what the first step is about, building. And you have opportunities in the future to go back here. Viewers who are who want to know new shit or new stuff, they're going to ask questions. And when they ask questions, then we can build the show. We can dig deep into more details and breaking it down and do other shows on topic to go into more detail about certain, particular topics. But today's shows, like I said, is about the king version. We did the queens, now the kings. It's about who are the kings? What is a king? What is this about? Mm-hmm. So before we even start getting into what and the breaking it down of what's and the who's are they, let's first look at the definition of what a king is. Block, can you look that up for me?
Let me see what we got right here.
Can you read that up? You can pull that up. You can pull up what the definition of king or
I got it right there. Let's see.
King.
Your handwriting is terrible. So
I know it is. He looked at my shit. He definitely looked at just because I wrote it. I definitely wrote it down. But I thought you had it. I actually thought you had to pull it up.
I actually I did that.
I had you pull it up.
I got you though. So this is the definition that they give in the king.
And it's come straight from the Webster.
Now, one that holds is this precedent.
One that holds a
permanent position, especially in chief among competitors.
Man, did you hear that?
And one whose position is hereditary and who rules for life.
Say that one more time. Say that, please. Especially this last part.
Kind of
say that last part one more time.
One whose position is hereditary. I'm gonna stop on that word first.
On the real.
And then I'm gonna say the rest.
On the real.
Hereditary. You know what that means, right? For those who don't know hereditary.
What does hereditary mean, B-Lo?
Man, it's passed down from the loins, from the loins of the loins, from the fruit from the upper. It's passed down from your father, man. It's passed down to you. Now, who's your father? We ain't talking about your physical dad, man. We talking about your father, your real father.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that should let you know right there. You know what I'm saying? He puts you in that position. And he gonna rule forever.
And that's who rules forever. Hereditary. So like my brother just said, the definition straight out the Webster. King is one that holds a prominent position, especially a chief among competitors, one whose position is hereditary and who rules for life. So the definition of a king is, can you pull up real quick the definition of a queen real quick?
Gotcha.
The definition of a king, as we can see, is one in a permanent position. All right, that's meaning is they held at the highest standard. They're chief among all competitors. But the ones whose position is hereditary because they come from a king. So that's very important to know why you're a king. You're a king because it's hereditary. One whose position is hereditary and who rules for life, meaning it can't be taken away from you if it's hereditary to you and your family. It's a special person to be called a king. You are from the King of Kings, the King of heaven and earth. So because of that, you are. And nobody can take that away from you, even if they knock the crown off your head or if they put dirt on your garments. It don't change the fact that you're a king. The crown and the jewelry and stuff don't make the material things don't make the king.
They got a few definitions for queen. The obvious, the wife of a king, wife of a tribal chief, a woman that's eminent in rank, power, or attraction.
Okay. Give me one more part of it. Let's see.
One of the most privileged pieces in chess.
Facts. And for those who didn't see the show before this one, that's exactly what we said in the show before this one. Remember that part. Remember that part.
Able to move in any direction. Across any number of unoccupied spaces.
Facts. Most powerful piece on the board. So, and is a ruler in her own right. She's a ruler in her own right. So, that's speaking of the queen. So this is why, before we get into breaking down what the king is, look at that definition of king, man. This is hereditary, and you will always be. That's after Webster's dictionary. Pull it up on your phone right now. Out the Webster dictionary, the definition of king meaning is a person who rules for life. Okay, that's what a king is. It's hereditary, meaning somebody who came before you was a king. You descend from that. Cool, we got that?
Facts.
All right. Make sure y'all subscribe, please.
Hit that subscribe, hit that like. It's just that easy.
And another thing before I break this down or start breaking this down real quick, because I want y'all to understand it's just that simple to break down us as kings. But in the Queen video, once you see that, the video before this, when I had to issue a formal apology to all the ladies on behalf of myself and on behalf of my brothers, I don't care if they agree with it or not or whatever the case may be. That was from me to the queens. I apologize, for the fuckery of the kings not being on their dean, not taking accountability for the shit that they do wrong or the shit we doing wrong, whatever our faults may be. I apologize. And now on this show, what we doing for the kings specifically, I'm apologizing to you motherfucking shorties.
Yeah.
You hear me? Man, I apologize to you shorties, man. This shit is reckless. You hear me? Man, to any ear that this fucking channel touched or this show touched today, to you shorties, man, to these little niggas out here wilding, I don't fuck what land you in, Harvey World, motherfucking West Side, South Side, or Chicago, I don't give a fuck where you at. Whatever cracking, whatever little shorty catching the stray, whatever little kid, whatever little nigga catching the stray, or a bullet on purpose, bro. This is for every motherfucker behind a gun. I apologize, Joe. This from a big homie telling you, hey, and this coming from a motherfucker that was on fool shit, that was on bullshit too. When I was on that, when I was like that. So this ain't coming from a motherfucker that's woofing. I'm telling you, I apologize if a motherfucker don't tell you or don't ever tell you, because we was supposed to have been better than this for y'all. Y'all got, even if you never admit it, everything y'all seeing, everything y'all fucking doing, Y'all got it from a motherfucker that came before y'all. That's why it's hard to speak on it or say anything to you. And that's why old niggas don't say shit. Why they ain't gonna say it to you for real, because deep down the motherfucker know. How can you talk to a motherfucker and tell a motherfucker what not, this and that, when a motherfucker pull up your past and you was the same asshole? You mad because they took it to another level. A motherfucker done took it deeper than you what you did. So on behalf of every motherfucker that came before you shorties, you little niggas, I apologize from the heart. We dropped the ball some motherfucking well. And that's what I'm trying to figure the fuck out right now to see what the fuck we can do.
Those that don't feel like, you know, they follow shit. You play a major part too, shit. We all do. Anybody who, especially if you ever had that background, and everybody ain't had that background. And when I say that background, I don't mean like you was just out there shooting motherfuckers, robbing, stabbing, taking old ladies' purses and whatnot. But everybody who's experienced, you know what I'm saying, can relate in any type of way to what's going on out here with these shorties. You should be the first motherfucker in line to let these motherfuckers know that that's the wrong direction. That's the wrong move you're making. There's a better way. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm a strong believer, and a lot of people say, man, you got to look past that. Ooh, and it's people that can make it out. And like, but I strongly believe that a lot of people be a product of their environment. Like what you put out and what you surround people with as they growing up is what they kind of adhere to, what they kind of, it kind of molds them in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that molds can't be broken, but it's just like what you see is what you see. If you see it on a daily, you know what I'm saying? This is what you're going to know. Especially if you don't see shit past. So,
Facts.
As men, in our age range, especially because we the ones that's closest, even though I ain't finna lie, a lot of shit that's going on, I be like, I be feel like an old ass motherfucker man, like, what the fuck? This is popping now. This is what's, but at the same time, I gotta give respect. Respect is due, because when I was their age, our parents was looking at us probably the same fucking way. So with that being said, I try to put that aside and look at them as I would wanted somebody to look at me.
Facts.
When I was around that age. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And that's kind of really, you know what I'm saying, what we really want to.
So and that goes right into the discussion we're about to have, real quick. Opening right up. What you asking for, what we didn't have back then, is what we're about to talk about. And it has a whole lot to do with balance and order. Without balance and order, what you probably gonna get, below?
Chaos.
Facts. If I would have asked anybody that question, more than likely, even if majority of the people would have gave you the answer that somebody else would have gave, that this gentleman just gave you, like you just saw. He didn't know that question was coming, right? There ain't nothing we wrote down, right? I just came out and asked him because we know that's common sense. And without balance and order, the first thing that came to his intelligent mind was chaos, anarchy. That's what you have. So when you look at chaos and anarchy, when you see it, a smart person will have to think that derives from, if you see anarchy, you know it came from something not being in balance and in order.
There's no order.
It's that simple.
There's no order.
So,
there's no law here. There's nothing stopping from shit from happening. And that's kind of what it is.
Man, golden. You see, the channel is gonna do what it do because the Most High gonna do what he gonna do. It's that simple. It's just common sense that's gonna come out. It's nobody. The last thing when you play this shit back, you can hear what this man just said is the last thing is there's nobody to stop it, nobody to prevent it. So balance and order, that comes from establishing things. Organization, discipline. These things is used when it comes to putting balance and order into play. You're gonna use things like these, terms like these. So why, Fingers? Why, Below? Why is balance and order fucking important? Because common sense is you don't want anarchy and chaos, Goofy. So for balance and order 101, for dummies. Is what I'm going to call it. Playing your position, playing the balance and order the correct way. What are the contributions of that? What is the blessings of that, of the balance and the order? Well, the balance of blessings and orders is everything in its place. All right, preventing the chaos and the dysfunction. Because when a king is living up to the definition of that king, ruling his household, ruling when you have somebody that's telling you to rule is a bunch of jewelry, gold crowns, and things like that, and telling people what to do, and telling you about dragons and Dungeons and Dragons and shit. Kings become fairy tales to you because they done watered it down and pointed this shit in the Disney movies and all type of shit. No, I ain't gonna go in on Disney. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna go in on Disney. We gonna say that for a whole nother episode. Mm-hmm. You hear me? We gonna hold Disney for a whole another episode. What I'm saying is Dungeons and Dragons and shit. We was growing up, they can water this shit down to wait, and they can water a king down too. So my point is, what I'm saying is, to be a king by definition is to rule. What are you ruling? Your daddy made you the head of the household, the king of your domain, king of your castle. You heard sayings like this before, king of your castle. So with you being the king, the head of the household, that's you having control, organization over your family, over your domain. What is the number one thing they say as a man? What is his duties? The duties of a man is to do what? The P's. Protect, provide, but like that's almost the sole purpose of a man. You're supposed to protect, provide for your family. Those the two biggest things to me, in my eyes, be the provider.
First two you think. First two that you would think off top of your head definitely be
protect and provide, right?
And provide.
So
bring home the bacon,
yeah,
and make sure niggas don't break in.
Right. yeah. And I think the protector is even over the providing. That's number one. Because I gotta make sure you're safe. But so with that being said, by definition, we are supposed to rule and all of that, right? So when we do that, we bring order for what? Remember that definition that my man spoke in the beginning? What was one of the most important things that was in the definition of a king? I'm finna fly through this because I really want you to hear it. All right. What is the definite? What was one of some of the potent things that man said in the definition of a king in the beginning? The definition of a king. One whose position is hereditary. All right. So that means, and one who rules for life. So this is by nature, you a king, you rule for life, and there's nothing nobody can do about that. So that's just what you are. That's out the Webster's dictionary when you look up king. Now, what are you ruling? You got to ask yourself, if I'm a king, Reed, if I'm a king below, what am I ruling? We ruling our household, we ruling the laws of our house, how our children are being brought up, what they how they operating, what they it should be without a doubt you run it. Not because of money making you run it, but because the fact of you a king and how you call your shots and how you carry yourself. So the benefits of you being a king is that hereditary word means that it's by bloodline. So whoever under you, whatever children that's in the house, whatever kid that's in the house, that hereditary word, ones whose position is hereditary and who rules for life, that hereditary meaning the one who's before coming after you is destined as well as you are to be a king. So how you portraying yourself as a king in your kingdom, in your household, is what effect it's going to have on the hereditary part of that king definition, because that's a king as well. So if that's hereditary, the type of king you are trickles down to him. So regardless if it's dirt on us, regardless if we get locked up, regardless if I get a felony, regardless if a nigga pop me, I pop him, rob a motherfucker, steal, the fact that I'm a king does not change. Just like any king you look at on YouTube or on the stories and the fairy tales, whatever, it don't matter what they went through. They were still the king. You can throw dirt on the robe. You can knock the crown off their head. That don't change the fact that they not the king. It's the bloodline that make you who you are. So it don't matter the status or what job you at, your role. You ain't got a job right now. Just because you lose your job don't mean your king, you being a king, is dead. That ain't how it works. This is through the bloodline. It's hereditary. Now, I went to the definition in the Webster so you can understand that this is even the world telling you what a king is. That ain't even coming from the Bible yet. That's the definition out of the Webster telling you that being a king means that it's hereditary. It comes from someone who came before you. So nobody can take that away from you. That's in the definition of the world we live in. That's the definition of a king. Can't anybody just be no king. Mm-hmm. You hear what I'm saying? Your daddy had to been one for you to be one. So everybody ain't no king.
As long as you're a Reed, as long as you're a Low.
So now that we got that established and the definition of a king, and we talking about the positives of what a king, playing your role, playing your balance of order, playing your position as a king, what that do.
And not to step out of line too, but also the ruler of oneself. Can't forget that. Household.
Ruler of one. What say it one more time? Just say it one more time.
Ruler of oneself. And a lot of people are like, man, what you mean by that, man? You know what I'm saying? How can you rule yourself? Think about it. You know what I'm saying? You get tricked on the daily. You get deceived on the daily by what you see. It's your choice whether or not you're going to go into that fool shit. Like, okay, yeah, this is what it is. Or you're going to fall back like, okay, are you able to pick and choose? Are you able to look and see through this shit? Is this shit more transparent to you now than it was back then? Are you able to really open your eyes? And now when I say your eyes, I ain't talking about these two. I'm talking about the one in the middle, man, your third. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the one you got to be able to look through and be able to see. You know what I'm saying? True to oneself. Know when not to give in to the bullshit. Know when this shit is not what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to know. You got to be able to be a ruler of oneself. You can't let.
And I'm glad you said that, man. It's the key showing out, which leads us into the next part.
It is, man. You know, and that's what it kind of is. That's what it is, bro.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. You know, it ain't even kind of. That is what it is. What you say? Oneself.
A ruler of oneself.
Ruler of oneself. So, B-Lo, let's tell them how you become a ruler of oneself.
Just like I said, man. Just like I said,
play your position.
So I said that without even saying play your position. That's kind of what I was just saying. Know what's real and what ain't, man.
Period.
Know where you fit and where you don't fit, and know what ain't for you and what is for you. That's what you got to. The biggest thing and the hardest thing to be to be decipher, especially when shit given to you. You think, oh shit, this shit gotta be for me, motherfucker.
But I gotta tell them. But I gotta tell them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because
bro.
I want to. You gotta know. It's facts. It's to play it smart. Is to listen to your daddy. It's that simple. You don't know. We don't know shit. And we think we know shit, and the results of us not knowing shit is the day you looking out your window seeing what it is. Where it come from? Where did it come from? Now you could say, man, I ain't had nothing to do with it, but they did, motherfucker. It don't matter that you didn't have nothing to do with it. The facts is that's what's happening out there. Majority of the people thinking how they want to think, whether your thought had something to do with it or not. Them thoughts had a lot of bullshit and fuckery in it that's going on. So let's get down to what is the makeup of this king that we talking about? Boom. Your daddy got specifics. He had specifics instructions for you when you came out the womb because you were a king. So to keep you at your full strength, whether that be mind, body, and spirit, to keep you at full peak is things that I need you to do. King?
Simple.
Diet, physical, behavior, key elements to your being in life. Eat right. You got to do what you got to do to stay healthy, you know, in order to achieve them P's we talked about earlier in the episode, provide and protect. You can't do that at your best if you not doing what you need to do and performing the attributes or the makeup of a king. The makeup of a king, what your daddy said is diet, physical, behavior, how you thinking, the thoughts in your head, what you putting into your body. Why would everything he say be inside and internal and not external?
Facts.
Everything everything we get challenged on, right? Everything we get challenged on when it comes to the God, to the Most High, is internal. Things that we continuing to put in our body that ain't right. And instead of us checking it, we make excuses to continue to put it in, even when we tell ourselves we know it ain't right. That's like a poison cup on the table and me drinking it, drinking the poison, knowing that it's killing me. And I'm saying, well, it ain't finna kill me immediately though, bro. Mm-hmm. And it got a certain little taste to it that just, man, it make me feel good.
It's your fact.
It's fucking, this and that. And it's just like everything else. The weed, the smoke, we addicted to it. It's the addiction of you having an habitual habit for years and years and years. That's another episode. I ain't finna give you all that juice all in the same episode. But believe me, like I told you in the episode before this one, we got an episode for those who say, well, you hypocrite. You a hypocrite. We got that. We got them episodes come, but we're going to stick to the topic at hand, which is about the kings. Now, we still on the makeup of a king. If you eat right, you naturally are beasting, bro. You're going to beast. It's just simple. You got hooked to the taste of whatever what's cracking, whatever's good, whatever this and that. Like the deceiver who don't want you to reach the end game, who don't want you to receive whatever's coming to you in the end once you leave this earth. He don't want, because he done seen it. He already know that it's amazing. It's more amazing than what he got going on right here. So the goal is for you to never see that. So if you once he got dominion, the devil, people don't heard this before. He got dominion over this world. So whatever trick, he got the best of them. He got the best of them. So taste, niceness, people like, why you think the Most High say it don't matter how nice you is to get into heaven? Because niceness can be used as a tool of deception. It don't matter. A person can come being nice, right? You could be in the desert, no water to be found, you and your whole family. A motherfucker could come with a bucket, a bottle of water, like, man, boom, I'm gonna get this to y'all, but y'all owe me down the line. Or man, the water that he had, he put a little spit in. They spinning it. Him and his family spinning it. But they like, man, fuck it. They thirsty. We gonna give them the water. And you thinking, oh, it's nice. I got some water. But they didn't have a fucking reason to spit in y'all shit. They just was spiteful to do that shit. Just to spit in y'all shit. Do you consider them a nice person? Or do you consider them a wicked person? That's how fucked up it is when you don't have no understanding. You walking through life, wallowing, gabbling, you not understanding your own actions. That's why another thing a person said, don't make a decision without me. Don't make no decision without me because I ain't smart enough to do it. But the makeup of a king, diet. We eating wrong. So we putting all the bullshit, trusting our enemy, putting everything in our body that ain't natural, that ain't right. And we staying lazy. We staying fat. We wondering why we can't get rid of the stomach. We wondering why we can't do this. So what? The shorties, look at it. Boom. No, man, I'm eating Doritos. I'm eating all type of shit, y'all. We came up on this bullshit, bam, and it's the thing now. We put names and slogans on shit. It's the new fad, poison shit, curses. We throwing shit on and making it cool to do. And we not even understanding because we ain't got no understanding. Your physical, you don't want to exercise. They keeping you in the whip. You keep throwing all the money in the world into the whip, nothing into yourself, everything into your whip, to the whip though. You sitting in the whip 20, 30, 40 years. You putting on weight. You don't go work out. You don't want to do nothing. Such. They got you, but you, yeah, you see me when I pull up, and that's all you doing. They taking your worry away, spirit away, your traveling time away. You scared to walk a block. You not neighborhood watching your neighborhood. Your girls, they getting raped. All this shit is going on because the makeup of a king ain't happening. We ain't performing our duties. You hear me? We ain't performing our duties. Our behavior is whack. So all that shit we did back in the days, whatever the case may be, what we was watching, it's always somebody that's under you, that's watching. You I don't care what it is, whatever you could think of under your mind, you could say, man, hey, singers, be low. Man, they got a chance, they got a choice, they can change their life. That's true. I'm not saying you lying. I'm saying you absolutely right. That's omnipresent. That's common sense. You absolutely right. They got a chance. They got a choice. But that still don't negate the fact that the thought that's in their head from why they acting like that, period, came from a nigga before them. You hear me? So even if it wasn't you and you was letting your brother reckless when you supposed to be your brother's keeper, and you letting them be reckless, and somebody down the street saw him be reckless, and you could have checked him like, bro, you reckless, and you didn't do it. This ain't like I tell you in the other video, this ain't a talk at a person video. I'm speaking in general and speaking to myself as well. So pardon me when it sounds as if, bow, it's coming to you. It ain't. This is just common sense 101. Whatever we do, catching an attitude, whatever the point may be, whenever our brothers and our sisters out here see it, we are held accountable for that. You walking away thinking, like, man, motherfucker thinking about me. Who out the band? But you not understanding your daddy know that they are. Mm-hmm. He know that's approving the behavior. These shorties don't, when they get caught in the jam, how you think they gonna conduct themselves when they in the jam if they never been in the jam? They gonna convert to what the fuck they learned and what they knew and who they seen in jams or what's cracking.
On one of their friends.
What do you mean? It's common sense. Your behavior is keeping it up. So we want to make the excuse to say, well, I ain't finna let nobody, a squirrel ain't finna let a dog just run up and eat him, bro. Any motherfucking thing alive on the planet gonna run, do something, whatever the case may be, when something's trying to threaten to take his fucking life, man.
Fight or flight.
That's just common sense. All right. So just moving on. Those things, when you do those positive things, and those are the benefits of being a king, walking as a king. And in return, what do you get when you play your makeup as a king, when you do what you're supposed to do? It's easier for the queen to listen to you. We think that it's about the money and the fact that she making more or whatever the case may be, right? But it's not. You just don't have no faith. If you were showing her what a king truly is, she would sit back like our daddy said that she would, astonished at her king, regardless. Do you know how amazing that is to a woman? For this man, you think you got the power over him when he down here, but he's still standing over 20 niggas in the room and he ain't even got the income these niggas got, but he holding the room? That's power. And you can only have that type of power when you got understanding and you know yourself and you know who your daddy is. When you in the room and you realize, like, no, none of that fool shit matter to me, nigga. You matter to me, but I ain't worried about that. You a goofy. I know you don't understand what I'm talking about. You standing over there thinking this shit about watches and cars, nigga. My brothers and sisters out here getting fucked up, these shorties dead. I'm standing here 10 toes down on whatever's trying to harm that nigga. Fuck, nigga. That's a king. That's your queen gonna sit her ass back. All the fuck shit gonna go out the window. It's the niggas that don't know they king, so they ain't got a leg to stand on. When you around goofies, what can you gonna stand on? You don't know your daddy, and you ain't getting down with this fool shit. That ain't your life. So to know the makeup of a king and to act on that is an amazing thing. Your queen is riding with that because she know you gonna demand order, not because it's you and your pride and what you got going on, because she know her God, she understand, and she know the God not because what a motherfucker saying, through your actions, through your miracles you performing in your daily life. Whether that be the battle with your diet, whether that be the battle with your body, if you don't like how that look, whether it be the battle in your walk and your talk, whether it be the battle in the organization of what you demand in your house, all of these things is amazing. When you put yourself in a peasant role, when you a king and you lazy, you don't want to do nothing, you looking like the next nigga who don't want to do nothing, then yeah, she gonna bug. Her mind ain't never gonna be to respect you until you bring some bread in, because that's the world you making a live in. You ain't talking about no king. You ain't talking about no being a king or acting like a king, regardless if you got a dime in your pocket or not. The man in that. You feel like shit because you know and deep inside, you feel like they got a point that you ain't shit. It's facts. And you basing it off what you got and what you ain't got, instead of your connection with your fucking daddy. That's what matters. Man, I'm walking 10 toes. And this is how it's going to be. If I'm going to lay down my life for this family and for you, you going to follow the king. You going to follow your daddy and play your role. Period. Or we ain't finna be this. This helps what you, if it's love, if it's really love, as the king, you going to respect that. And a queen going to respect that. As a king, she don't respect that. As a king, you can't have that in your way. You can't have it in your life. You got to go get your queen. That's gonna understand that. How you coming. Now, if you go and make it a money thing on some cool shit, you going with a bitch, excuse my French, you going to a woman trying to play games, and you on some, man, ooh, this and that. Yeah, I'm down now, baby, but I'm gonna be up in a minute. I swear, that's how you bring it. You made it about the money and what it ain't supposed to be about. Now, we done talked about the benefits of that, and even a queen following suit to that to a king. Any queen gonna follow a king, Joe. It's just not because I say it, because your daddy said it. The Most High, the person who made you, said it. If you play your part, if you do what you're supposed to do, the makeup of a king, you take care of that, then you're going to get your just dues for that. You're going to get your rewards for that, whether you up or you down.
Lead by example.
What happens if you lead by example? So what happens when you don't do it? What is the downfall of that? No leadership. The shorties don't know what to follow or how to have structured organization. So they following everything. So they got multiple personalities. Why would they have multiple personalities, Fingers? B-Lo? Because they listen and taking in multiple people, different things, music, rappers, whoever, doing whatever's hot, whatever's this and that. They taking in whatever feeling, whatever emotion, however they rocking, whatever style. Now you bipolar. You got multiple different personalities in your makeup. You don't know who the fuck you is. You putting a name and saying you this person, but really you not really being telling the truth to yourself. You got many styles. Mm-hmm. You got many styles. And that's the truth. You got many styles and you know you do. You could switch it up on them, right? Why do you think that? And we think it's cool when you not a person that solidified who you are. This is you. This is the person you are. Because the person we are kings. But when you want to act, when you don't know who you are, you start acting like every fucking thing. Jesters, clowns, serious guy. You don't know what the fuck you is. So in return, the people that's coming after you, they don't know what the fuck they is. That's why they come up like, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. How you don't know what you want to be when you grow up? Shouldn't that be who told you that shit? The Most High ain't never told near one of us, you're not going to know what you're going to be when you grow up. Do that make sense to you? Really think about that for a second. You don't know what you want to be when you grow up. Who the fuck want to work a job, first of all? Who thinking like, these niggas done fucked us and fucked our mind up to the point we looking at the job, we looking forward to the shit. And we looking forward like, man, I can't wait to start bringing my motherfucking back. I don't know what I'm finna do. I'm gonna grab a hammer. I don't know if it's gonna be the screwdriver. I don't know if it's gonna be the carburetor. It's gonna be on the lake, water. We'll get hauling fish. I don't know what it is. We tripping. We had a purpose from the start. And all that bullshit was to get you off your purpose, Joe. It was to make you think like, man, you ain't got no, man, it's the good thing to not know what the fuck you gonna be or what you gonna do to waste time and waste 30, 40 years trying to figure it out. What the fuck is that about? Your daddy, the king of kings, is insulted like he should be. You niggas, you gonna believe anything a motherfucker tell you. Then when I tell you something, you gonna die hard on that to go against that, but you gonna believe everything else every day. And to the point where when you get the sequel, they tell you it's a lie. And the last show is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
That other shit was phony.
You hear me? It's like, man, it's embarrassing, bro, because when you got it, bro, you will never feel or be the same again. You will never feel or be the same again. Mm-hmm. So when you don't handle your makeup as being a king, no leadership, which is big. So the kids is following clowns. They following everybody, everything. That's why you got the killing going on. Ain't no leaders. You got followers doing what the next person doing, how to get to the bag. I'm going to do it just bigger than he did it. That's it. That's the only change in it. So you can't expect no outcome. They even know the shit ain't better. Everybody know the shit ain't going to get better. That's why you got it running and going crazy. I'm telling you, it ain't going to get better with the clown thought, with the clown thinking. Until you take this, digest it, and get it in there and run with it, it ain't never gonna get better. You absolutely right. The king know that. He said that. Shit got to change. No protection. Why do you think you scared to catch the bus at night? Because your village is now threatening to you. We didn't come from villages where we were scared to walk in them. We came from villages, motherfucker, together. Kumbaya and all that shit. How we get scared to walk through the village?
When that happened.
Your oppressor done told you, man, that's so scary. Don't go out there, they savages. You don't believe it, got your own people scared. They use scare tactics, fucked your people mind up to the point where now it's no protection. Instead of kings dying for their village and dying for the people that's living in it, I'll be damned you killed Mr. Ray Ray. Man, I'm just me and mine, man. You gotta just be worried about you and yours and your household because it's a scare tactic, man. Them people across the street is your family. They gonna help protect your family too, goofball. If you understand, you treat them like your brother's keeper. They gonna come out the house first. You're not gonna run up on B-Lo now. What the fuck is you doing over here now in the neighborhood talking about we can spot y'all out? Y'all not one of us.
Next thing you know, the whole
We done lost it.
riding for each other.
We done lost it.
And ain't nobody breaking any shit around that bitch because everybody from the spot them got them.
Girls get
Somebody
raped
gonna be
and
home.
tossed on the west side of Chicago.
It's gonna be a witness to everything, goddammit. So you better not pull it.
Getting tossed, raped, and tortured. Organs took on the west side of Chicago, and man, niggas just acting like this shit a post. The next post. Man, that's sick, man. What sick ass nigga let on the weed coat? You know what I'm saying? No protection. So they can't even walk to work, can't even walk home from school. But hey, and that's just to sum it up, the downfalls of it. Not providing. It's your oppressor gonna make you think you're not providing because he's not gonna provide you with a job or make it easy for you to provide you with a job. He's not gonna make that route easy for you. So he gonna psychologically fuck with your head and make you think you're not providing. But it's always providing your hereditary, your bloodline with the understanding and the knowledge. They can't take that. You arguing a battle with your queen about something that you never gonna win when it comes to that monetary gain if the king ain't involved in it. You have to be able to, she has to be able to understand who the king is first. And that's gonna make your argument easy because she gonna already know I'm out of place. It ain't my authority to hold no type of authority over a king in no manner or form, even if I'm right. Says my king, says my daddy. When she get that in her head, your argument about you ain't got to worry about your queen dishonoring you to the kids or to her friends or to the book or some goofy shit because she gonna know her place as a queen. She not gonna want to do that. She not gonna want to. You got enough to deal with out in the world with your brothers acting a fool, ready to kill you, and the oppressor. Yo, that's gonna be the last thing a true queen gonna want to do. We don't want to bring the king involved in none of this shit, and we want to keep this shit strictly street, ex-God out, and we fucked up. The world is fucked up. The outside is fucked up. Why? What your daddy say? Read the book. Don't make not a decision without me in that world y'all living in. Because I'm letting the dude high reign. I'm letting the oppressor high reign to whoop y'all ass to get right. We don't want to see it. Then you want to post and get on there and say, man, I won't change or what we going to do. I don't think it's never getting better. You can't put up the same post you've been putting up for years. You can't say, man, I'm going to just do what Martin did. I'm going to just do what Malcolm X did. You can't even say that, regardless of what they did. The change got to be is what you going to do to change yourself for real from that old person. And I'm going to end it with that to say, by the number one thing before a crackhead can even start getting rehabilitation, you got to do what, bro?
Gotta admit, you know what I'm saying? Gotta come to faces with the reality, goddamn it, you know. Motherfucker gotta be able to gotta say that shit. You know what I'm saying? I do have a problem. You know what I'm saying?
You got to admit you fucked up before you can even begin to work.
Before you begin to clean the mess up, you gotta recognize what caused the mess, and that mess was caused by you. Or you played a part in that mess. So at the end of the day, you play a part in getting that shit cleaned up. Everybody look like, man, this shit is impossible. Man, y'all asking motherfuckers to change the world.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody finna be able to change the world, man. Hey, man, look.
I definitely got a follow-up question to that, too.
Michael Jackson said, I'm starting with the motherfucking man in the mirror, goddamn it. Even he knew, goddamn it, it starts with you, motherfucker. You got to be the first motherfucker, even if it's the smallest thing. You see them all the time. I see shorties run up. I be coming from the grocery store. Hey, can I take your cart? So they can get the quarter and shit. When they put that shit, you know what I'm saying? Holla at the shorty like, hey, look, man, this, you know what I'm saying? Better. If you know a better way, bro, if you know even a motherfucker who might be hiring or a motherfucker who might got something to tell shorty that, even if you tell them something inspirational at that one moment, you might even feel like, man, this motherfucking knucklehead ain't gonna listen to this shit. Bro, at least you tried to tell somebody you was genuine. Shorty might even recognize that shit, because I'm pretty sure Shorty throughout that whole day been hearing bullshit from motherfuckers, negative shit from motherfuckers. There's some shit.
Facts.
A genuine comment from a stranger, you know what I'm saying, might change a motherfucker, rub a motherfucker a different way. That might be a comment that shit make a motherfucker be like, shit, it's some motherfuckers out here might give a fuck. Shit, I might not have it as bad as I think. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Facts.
Like you never know.
You never fucking know.
And
it's
the
a
one
big
thing
world, man.
that you can't sit back and do is not do shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's the worst thing to do.
That's gonna be the thing that have you sitting back like, man, bro, because you'll be that motherfucker that don't want nobody want to hear, bro. Talking all the shit about how, man, all these motherfuckers shooting, man. These motherfuckers ain't like we used to be, man. We used to hit our guys back in the days, man. Motherfuckers shooting up everything. Now kids, who I been, but what? You can't be that nigga just like a motherfucker who can't talk shit about Donald Trump if you ain't vote. It's the same shit, bro. You can't talk shit about what's going down in the streets or what how unsafe it is if you're not willing to get out here and try to do something, bro. We ain't saying run up on gangbangers and 7-8 niggas at 12 o'clock at night and try to fucking preach to these niggas. Nah, we ain't saying do no shit like that, but it's ways, bro. It's definitely ways. And this is a way that we trying to do it.
And this is definitely a way we trying to do it. And like I said, all that to say that it start with yourself. All right, you got to start with yourself. And I'm gonna end this little segment right here on this: being your brother's keeper and loving your neighbor like you love yourself. Why was that said, and why was said to us? That's the reason why. Because you end all this bullshit fuckery we going through, all this foolery. It all ends once you start loving your brother like you love yourself. It's simple. It's that simple. Because when you do that, you understand, you know, it's just all the hurt and the pain is what make you unable, where you feel like you're unable to do that. But you are unable to do that if you're doing it by yourself. It's too much pain for you to be able to conquer that by yourself. That's why the king said, you got to do it with me. And how do you do it with the king? You got to draw close to him and understand what he's saying and see how this correlates, how your real life correlate with what's being told to you before the actual shit start actually happening in your life. Okay? So before we go to the a more lighter part of the show real quick, we jump into that. I did 3 verses in the Queen segment, and of course, like I said, you can't get all of this stuff that you really want to get into in a short amount of time. But we definitely, that's how you grow a channel. You know, I'm open for questions. I want people to talk. I want people to tell me what we can improve on, what would make it better.
We do answer questions too. We do get back, so we just need y'all to, you know what I'm saying, hit the like button.
We're gonna definitely do the giveaways, the whole nine. It's all coming. You know,
everything's coming. Yeah, definitely giveaways, all that. Coming.
So I just want to give y'all these 3 verses before we go into the lighter part of the version with my man Lo. This is 1 Corinthians 10:31. 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do all to the glory of God. I'm gonna read that one more time. 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whether you do or whatever you do. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do all to the glory of God. Meaning it's common sense. Whatever you do it with God in it. Eating or drinking or whatever action you can think of, do it with God in it. Because you need God to make these decisions and do whatever you're trying to do when you being a king. Proverbs 19:21. Proverbs 19:21. Many are the plans in the mind of a man. but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. Did you hear that? I'm going to go back one more time. Proverbs 19:21. Many are the plans in the mind of a man. A man got a whole bunch of shit in his head. You hear me? A man got a whole bunch of shit going on up here. We got a lot of shit up here. You hear me? A lot of plans and motherfuckers in the world talking about what's going to happen, what's going to crack. The God say, many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. In the end, when it's all said and done, we're going to run back to the King, Joe. Mm-hmm. After all them plans fail, you're going to say, man, God, just help me, man. If you help me, whatever, he going to prevail. And last but not least, Romans 7:18. For I know that nothing good dwells in me, that is in my flesh. For I have the desire to do what is right, but not the ability to carry it out. That's most people. I ain't gonna say most people. I want to say most people, but listen to what the God said, man. Romans 7:18. For I know that nothing good dwells in me, that is in my flesh. Meaning, we said to ourselves, we sinners. We know we sinners. We know we ain't perfect. We know we're gonna be sinners. He telling you, he know nothing in that flesh of ours, in the flesh shit we talking about, it ain't right. It ain't right, man. The shit with the flesh draw that temptation this week. For I have the desire to do what is right. Why we got the desire to do what's right? Deep down, I don't give a fuck how dark that heart is. It's a piece that want to do right. Why? Because you come from a king, the king of righteousness. So you have the desire to do what is right. But what? Not the ability to carry it out. And why don't you think we got the ability to carry it out while we want to do right? Man, because these motherfuckers ain't gonna listen, man. I ain't finna play with these niggas, man. The motherfucking this and that. Man, I ain't finna play. You expect me to just let a motherfucker what? Or man, I ain't finna be talking to these niggas, whatever the case may be. Look at what the guy said. I have the desire to do what is right, but not the ability. That's God saying you ain't got the ability. We don't have the ability. You don't got the ability to carry it out. You want to do it right. And when you don't got the ability to carry it out, that's because you ain't got him. When you don't got the ability, he mean you in the flesh trying to take on this shit without him. You don't have the ability to carry out what you think you can. That's strong, man. Whatever you think you can do, them plans you got in your head, like, oh, no, I know I can walk the van one. I ain't gonna get corrupted, God, by this. I ain't gonna, I'ma just wear my dresses, or I'ma just, you know what I'm saying? I'ma just do what I do. I can handle it, whatever the case may be. You do not have the ability to carry it out if he's not involved in it. You got to do it the way that he wants you to do it in order to get to any particular or that particular thing. All right?
Facts indeed.
So that's in a nutshell. Like I said, when it comes to the particular subject of what is a king and what are they and what is expected of a king, just in a brief moment. So I definitely hope somebody got something for that, got something from that. You know, I definitely want when people do get a chance to look at this video and actually see it and go through it, that you subscribe. And then we did say something here today that made you intrigue your mind a little bit, to make you want to, get some more, people a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely don't just do the truth and the word. We have a little fun on the show too. Because life is life, and we got to speak the same language. We got to be able to speak the same language in order and understand each other and relate in order for each other to hear each other. What we going into next, Block?
Man, hey, it's a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If I was to tell you that it was a little, man, I'd be lying. But it's definitely a lot going on, man. A few things, man. You want to touch on that Jimmy Butler? You want to? I don't know. anybody seen this,
Anybody heard about Jimmy Butler lately?
man,
And
boy,
Dwayne Wade?
Now, okay, so we gonna have to talk about this because there's some opinions about this. It's crazy, but Dwayne Wade wife, everybody know he with Gabrielle Union. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Beautiful woman, beautiful black queen. She took a rather.
She looked beautiful on this magazine cover too.
Hey,
that's the topic of the subject. Go ahead. Was it a magazine
I
cover?
don't know. It's like a snap. Oh, look at all that shit Snapchat. Wow. Check my shit. It's just look. Okay. So she took a rather provocative photo. You know what I'm saying? I wish we had that shit to pull up for y'all real quick. I think it's gonna pull that shit up. While he pull that shit up, I'm definitely finna talk to y'all. So she posted your shit up. I think it was on IG. It had to be. It seemed like being Jimmy Butler. Now you know Dwayne Wade and Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? They played together recently last year on the Bulls.
Right.
At the time, I was calling them the Schmools because Dwayne Wade spent most of his time either on the bench or complaining about the fact that the young boy wasn't working hard enough at practice from a cell phone while he wasn't at practice. So that's the shit that kind of confused me. But at the time, you know what I'm saying, they was, hooping together or whatever. So they have acquaintance with each other. They know they familiarity with each other. Pretty sure they exchange numbers. They both stars or whatever. Dwayne Wade on his way out. Jimmy Butler definitely on his way trending up. But Jimmy saw the post and he saw the picture and he immediately posted, damn. Now, when I say damn, I'm not talking about the Kendrick Lamar's last album cover when he had damn in it. It was a big, bold words. That's the shit that fucked it up. He had the big, bold damn. He had capital D, the rest small letters. No, he had
it damn or was it well damn? Was it well damn or was it damn?
Was it well damn?
I'm going to be able to tell you in 2 seconds.
Because if it,
I'm be able to tell
I might
you
be
in 2
wrong.
seconds.
I might be wrong. Let me see. Because if
I'm
it
going to
was
tell
well
you in 2
damn,
seconds.
it was well damn. Hold on. Jimmy Butler. Hold on. Let me. If I don't want to be incorrect.
I got you. Want me to read the ad or show the clip? You go ahead.
Show
I
the picture.
I got you. It's coming up
You got
now.
to pull the picture up too.
I got you. It's coming up now.
What did he say? Hold on. Well, damn. Goddamn. You're right. Well, damn. And the boy put question marks behind it. Well, damn. I mean, the exclamation marks behind that shit. He put two. That's
y'all
the
see
picture.
that?
That's the picture, y'all.
I know that's Bonnie, right? I ain't even have to throw it up there like that, right?
But you held it up there.
But she's a gorgeous. She's a gorgeous woman.
But look though, the boy posted "well damn" with 2 exclamation marks behind that shit. So your boy D Wade, he wasn't slipping. I will say that the boy wasn't lacking at all. I mean, they say it might have been the fastest response time in
What
IG
did the poster
history.
say it was Jimmy Butler? What did the poster say something about? It was Jimmy was off of 211 or so.
Hey, he might. Hey, man, look. Time he spent out, I don't know, man. Look, the boy posted, "Well, damn." Your boy D Wade followed up with "Mines."
Oh man,
MINES.
I got the article right here. Well, I got it from
Mines. Followed up right behind that shit. We thought it was over.
Well, she was in actually, it was a photo she took in Italy. Photo shoot she did in Italy for Nice, and the article goes as Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Wade. The article is by Chris DeLuca.
Okay. So
Jimmy,
the photo shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was from a photo shoot she did.
Okay, so that
in Italy.
That changes a lot. Then I think
She. It looks as if she posted it to.
But then she
posted it, and then, but it says that Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Wade were once tight teammates on the Bulls. Their relationship has its boundaries, as Butler learned in a very public way this week. Wade's wife, Gabrielle Union, posted a racy photo Thursday on Instagram that prompted an all caps response from Butler that spoke volumes. Well, damn. So, in 2 words, that's what he had to say about Gabrielle Union. Everybody know they played together. How would you feel?
I mean, shit. About what?
We talked about that shit earlier. I want to know how would you feel?
I'd be pissed and motherfucking.
You would be pissed?
I would be pissed and I would.
You would be pissed for real? Or you just?
All right, man. Let me
if
take
you
it
be pissed,
back,
you
man.
be pissed.
Because you got to
I want to know for real.
think,
You would be pissed?
are we talking in the sense of if I was and Dwayne
How many years
Wade's
y'all played
shoes.
together? They only played 1 year,
So
right?
if I was Dwayne Wade,
Yeah, if you was Dwayne Wade, and your wife,
if I was Dwayne Wade, let's be honest, it'll be a little different because I mean you Dwayne Wade, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, you know,
right? That's what I'm right. Exactly, right,
Hey,
right.
man.
You saying I get it,
but look,
but not
but
even if you was
even
Dwayne Wade,
without
not
that-
if you was
without that,
Dwayne
though,
Wade, if you ain't have you yourself,
yeah, myself,
you yourself.
I would be honored. And I feel a little funny too at the same time. I wouldn't be fully disrespected because he ain't say no outlandish shit. But the but he ain't say no outlandish shit. I'll be pissed though.
You know what I'm saying? It sound like you would be pissed.
I'll be pissed. Bro.
It sound like you would be
But I'll
pissed.
play it off. You know me, bro. I'll be like, man, Joe.
Nah,
That's cool.
I'll be
That's
pissed,
cool.
bro. I'll be fucking
It's
pissed.
cool,
At
bro.
first, early, I was thinking like I wouldn't really.
But you wouldn't
I wouldn't
feel
really
like-
feel- bro, I'll be pissed, bro.
But don't you want
Nah, I'll
okay,
be pissed. He right.
I would
And
feel like
where he from? You already know what it is, bro. Exactly how he handle it is how you handle it. Bro. That's just the truth.
do you want your woman?
Your woman to know
Yeah.
better. That's Wade's fault, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the thing is, that's her
That's
her business and her
in
profession.
her profession.
So I wouldn't.
She did post it.
Jimmy out of pocket.
If Jimmy
Jimmy out of pocket.
if Jimmy saw
Jimmy out of
shit
pocket for that.
in a magazine and said, well, damn to himself, that's okay. But he didn't see it in the magazine where I'm pretty sure it would have been published. He saw this on Instagram where she decided to post it
On her Instagram.
on her Instagram page.
And he's seen it because they Instagram friends.
Exactly. So if you don't have a problem posting it, you know males and
Jimmy out of
females
pocket.
are
That's
gonna do
even more why Jimmy out of pocket.
facts. Jimmy
That's
is out
even
of
more why
pocket.
Jimmy.
If anything, a simple life would have done. But
Yeah, if anything.
if
Anything. If you go, man, you just summed it up. If anything, it would have been a simple life. And I would have looked at the like button like,
I don't know. Fuck. Like, he
Yeah,
mashed
come
up
on.
like fast as hell, Joe. Like
you hear me?
he might have been the
Like,
second.
man,
second
because just the
motherfucker
thought,
like that,
it's
so.
Wade would have popped in my head. Like,
Yeah.
this first thing I would have seen, like, man, this my man white.
But that ain't it.
Whatever thought I would have thought, all I would have been, this is my man white.
Now, that ain't it though. Now tell me this ain't funny though. Disrespect. I don't know. So further down, it say Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? He posted a picture up or whatever, and under the picture he quote the good, the bad, and the ugly, aka at Ayo Mike. Dwayne Wade slides right under his picture that he posted, just a separate shit from Gabrielle Union, not even in under Gabrielle Union picture no more. Still, motherfucking comment creeping at his best. Dwayne Wade, shouts out to you, my nigga. You
All right.
the real one.
All right.
This boy says, put well damn in caps on my white photo again, and we're gonna see what the good, the bad, and the ugly is. This boy says we're gonna see what the good, the bad, and the ugly is if you do that shit again. Cause
Do you think he right for that? Do you agree with him?
I definitely do.
This
Just
is
to
your
let us know.
teammate?
Just
How
to
many
let
years
us
they done
know.
played together?
Just one. They wasn't
They
really
played
best
1 year?
friends. Like, yeah, I think like maybe 2 at the most. I think 1 though, if I'm not mistaken.
So
It's
you don't
been-
think?
it's been
So
tough
you
for-
think
for
Jimmy
Bulls
Butler?
fans.
So
I
you
ain't
think
gonna
Jimmy
front.
Butler called it wrong? Because Jimmy had to feel like he was supposed to comment on his fucking wife like a dickhead. That was
Yeah, or maybe he
Huh.
got that young boy. I just got this bag from Minnesota, nigga. I'm out here fucking living my best fucking life. I can say what the fuck I want to do. I ain't got no strings attached to me. I ain't got no bitch. My bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm younger than you, bro. You all right, pops? Oh, whoa, fall back, shorty. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
And then Dwayne Wade, who knows? I
My
don't
thing
want to
is-
get too deep into it. I just
my-
want to say what they say.
my thing
you know what
is-
I'm saying?
My thing is, who don't look at a woman ain't gonna look at no fine woman and think the thought.
Yeah, but
He
thinking the thought
just
and-
did.
and putting
He
the thought
did
into-
what we was thinking,
Yeah,
and that's
that's
what
all.
make it fucked up.
and
That's what make it dumb.
Yeah, and that's what make it dumb.
Every dude who seen the picture was
That's
like, well,
kinda
damn.
That's kind of like
You know what I'm
low
saying?
blow shooting
But
your
for
shot.
you to go type it in is what.
Yeah, that's kind of like shooting your shot low blow. Like letting them know, like, hey,
I-
anything happen with you?
Yeah,
Dwayne
because who
Wade,
not gonna say she look good? Like you, do you think she think like, oh man, Jimmy Butler think I'm ugly? You know what I'm talking about?
bro.
I don't know what he was thinking. How do you? Do him and D Wade got some type of undercover beef going on
Hey,
or some shit?
I don't know, man.
What the fuck is going on, really?
Man, look, that's just some other shit, man. Also, I forgot, shit. What's the money? Money. Speaking of, we talk about niggas with money. This came to my head too. Your boy, you know Teslas, right? The cars. You know about those?
I heard of it.
Okay, so Tesla cars, all those. I mean, you probably seen them. They look. You see a lot more. At first, you only probably seen a couple. Then you starting to see them bitches popping up everywhere. You go to motherfucking Country Club Hills, to the movie theater over at Marcus Theaters. They got the fucking Tesla charge up stations in the parking lots and shit, so people with Teslas can. So they definitely out there.
Yeah.
But if you got any stock, this is a very good time to sell. I'm just saying this honestly because the boy, what's the boy name? Elon Musk. Elon Musk, the fucking CEO, head chairman of motherfucking Tesla. This nigga has been admitting that someone needs to take his job right now. He's addicted to Ambien. It's nothing to do with weed, he says, but it's definitely Ambien. I don't know where the story came from, but this is what everybody's talking about right now.
Bro, say that shit one more time, bro. I got lost, bro.
Look,
one more time,
so
bro.
So Elon Musk, bro, is the nigga name. I had to pause after I said the nigga name because it's funny enough. Nigga name Elon Musk. Sounds like action hero or some shit. I don't know. But basically, he's the motherfucking CEO of Tesla, man.
Okay.
They stock
and
is
Tesla
down. They just lost. Tesla is the car company, bro. Okay. So these motherfuckers just lost $5.5 billion, bro, because this nigga's on Ambien, bro. And I think that's the sleep shit, if I'm not mistaken, bro.
So the company Tesla
lost
a whole lot of money because
a whole lot of money is the word, man.
And they lost a whole lot of money because of what?
Because the CEO came up, he spoke in front of the board or some dumb shit. You know what I don't know what the fuck CEOs do, man. I ain't in front of these motherfuckers. I don't look, man. He was in front of somebody doing some white people shit. Important white people shit. You know what they be doing, white people shit that be important. In front of a mic somewhere, I'm sure at a podium with a glass of water on his right hand side. Boxing. But look, these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He up there just lost it. Like, okay, look, I'm gonna be honest. Someone needs to take my job. The Ambien's getting to me.
Bullshit.
It's not weed. No, it's not weed. But he is definitely persistent about letting them know it's not weed.
African American?
A white guy.
You bullshit, man.
Bro.
You bullshit.
Bro.
Oh, we're gonna have to make him pull that up.
Bro.
He says to rerun this story back to y'all.
This is on CNN.
To rerun this story,
y'all. Y'all see
some white man.
Tesla stock hits its worst. You see it, her worst day.
Some white man at a multi-billion-dollar company.
He had an interview. That's what it was, bro. He was doing the interview with NYT.
Is any way we can fucking get the interview? The live interview?
This could possibly be it. I don't know.
Man, see, we can pull up the live interview for him.
But they say basically the man admits to relying on Ambien, but says he did not smoke weed, man. And I'm guessing that sources have been telling these motherfuckers, he.
So when he told them,
like
right? So he resigned, or they resigned, or what?
Hey man, look, I don't know.
What type of
he's basically asking for somebody to take over right now. He needs somebody to take his job. He doesn't know who's gonna do it.
And look, this my shit here. This the shit I be talking about, man. When you just too.
They ain't called you, is what you're saying.
You know what I'm talking about, man?
Easy, nigga.
When you dumb rich, man, when you got dumb bread, man.
It ain't everything, man. And I guess that's what they say.
When you got dumb bread and you just doing dumb shit. Like I say, man, I try to do these shows and do other topics, and it be hard, man. Cause the Most High be involved in it all. This the reason why this fuckery and this dumb shit happening, man. Goofy motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, losing fortune, multi-million-dollar companies, man, because they want to get up in front of the board members and be like, hey, man.
My guess is he's doing some weird
My
shit.
real name is Ricky Williams, and I play for the Miami Dolphins.
Bro, he's finna get
and I want to get this shit up.
Something finna come to light.
Some
probably finna come to light with Buddy. He's trying to get the fuck up out of there right now before everything hit the fan.
Hell yeah, the aliens coming back. Buddy trying to get the fuck up out that. Buddy trying to get the fuck out that jail before the aliens come back.
Now,
that's another episode too.
On to something else that now this is kind of, you know what I'm saying, like this is a powerful thing right here. This is a powerful statement, I guess, if you want to say. ESPN has plans to cut the national anthem all Monday night.
That's crazy.
All Monday night.
Somebody finally rocking with the boys. You hear me?
It's gonna be called, and this is over the kneeling. You know what I'm saying? They call it the kneeling Scandal or fucking kneeling phase or saga. What the fuck? You know, white people, they always got some dramatic ass action to do with that shit. Like, man, it's just protesting a demonstration. Let's just say that. I'm not even gonna say it's a demonstration. You know what it is. Motherfucking.
I don't know what it is. No, I don't.
That's
Tell
their
me,
problem.
son.
That's their problem, bro. That's their problem.
Tell me.
If you don't know what it is, then you gonna still think that it's over this motherfucking flag and disrespecting the military,
Hey,
which it ain't, man.
you
We
hear
all
me?
know that it's over the social injustice, the inequality,
And your social
that's
security number.
it. We want all that shit, the address too. But it's about that shit right there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Where the tax money at?
What the police been doing to our kind, man. When I say our kind, I ain't talking about humankind, mankind. I'm talking
Oh, my
about,
mama, you hear me?
you know what I'm saying? The black and the brown skin. You hear me?
In the back of the beard.
Hey, but
Sweet
look,
as juice and all that.
that's that shit. That's that shit you gotta commit ESPN for, though, dog. Outdoor society, you gotta commit.
My bad.
them motherfuckers,
My
bro.
bad, though.
You gotta
Big
commit
up.
them shit, man. Salute
Big
them
up
boy.
to
Now on the left hand, that's
ESPN.
disrespect. Salute with the right hand. That's the shithead.
You know, salute her with the shitter or the one here to quitter.
You
Yeah.
hear me?
Look.
Hey, look, but on to something else, man.
No, but
man.
that's real. No, but no bullshit before we fly past that, though.
What?
Big up to
ESPN for that shit.
ESPN for that shit. That's a big, bold statement. You hear me? Bold. For them to say, we are the people that televise this shit. And we ain't with that shit, that slave song. We ain't in that shit right now.
Look.
You know what I'm talking about? So I can honor that, man. I respect that.
Rest in peace to that boy Ben Simmons too, man.
What? Bro, what the fuck is you on, man?
What? Bro, what?
I don't know where that came from. I don't know what to do at all, y'all. I don't know where that came from.
So y'all
We didn't
motherfuckers,
discuss that enough.
y'all motherfuckers out there
Go
gonna
ahead.
tell me that Ben Simmons ain't dead, cuz.
No, but that boy Valentine, who he play for?
Hey, no. Oh, you
Who-
stupid. as
That
hell.
boy, yeah,
No.
Zell.
I'm talking about
Valentine. I saw what happened to you.
Denzel.
Huh? Hell yeah. And I ain't talking about Washington.
Play for the Bulls.
Denzel Valentine to play for the Bulls. I saw what happened to you, bro.
Hey, look, no. No,
You hear me?
fuck that. Fuck
What
that. No,
the
no.
pro-am shit, that's in another segment,
Man.
bro. But I just want you to know,
Ben
I
Simmons
saw
is dead,
what
though,
happened
man.
to you.
Ben Simmons is dead, man. You talking about goddamn Valentine's ankles.
I couldn't help it, bro. You said Simmons, and I just thought about Valentine. That shit was so
You don't
hot.
believe me, this nigga dead. You want to know how I know?
What you talking about, man? Stop
Man.
playing like that.
Bro, this nigga dead, bro. He fucking with a Kardashian now, bro. This nigga is fucking with a Kardashian. I don't know which one, but this is true. I think it's a little sister, bro. Let me, because this shit is.
Hey, this nigga
You
retarded.
know where niggas go when they
Look,
fuck with them
man.
Kardashians, man. Straight to the
Listen,
sunken
man.
place, man.
Listen, man, look.
Hey, why you gonna get worse?
You gonna be, because you,
Man,
I feel like, come on, man, Kardashian. Man, I don't even want to do that, man. I hate that shit, man, even talking about it. Because it's like,
Kendall
before
Jenner.
you die
Oh,
with
my
a
bad. It's not a. it's
before
not a
you die
Kardashian.
with a Kardashian, you
It's
gonna
a
live
Jenner.
first.
It's a Jenner.
You gonna live first.
It's a Jenner. She a Jenner.
Oh,
It's
no.
Kendall Jenner, bro.
No, stay away from the Jenners. Really stay away. The Jenners worse than the Kardashians is. Stay away from the Jenners. That's what you want to stay away from.
Hey,
You
man,
don't know
look.
what you really don't know what you get. You getting crazy. You don't know if you getting a dinosaur. You don't know what this motherfucker is.
10 months in a
Man,
relationship,
you don't know
wanna
what
be
this
a
is.
guy. I don't
Undercover,
know.
nothing.
Hey,
You
look.
pull the motherfucking clothes off. Motherfucker look like whole season.
Hey, rip that boy, man.
No,
Rip
no.
Ben Simmons, man. Make better decisions, man. You ain't gonna meet Neil. I'm surprised Nick ain't got in your motherfucking DM quick. Like, hey,
Bro,
bro.
which one he with for real? Which one? That's
Jenner, Kendall Jenner, the little one. The
I
little
thought
one.
Kendall Jenner was fucking with
Nah,
I
we
thought-
thinking about
Kylie.
Kylie Jenner. She fucking with
She
she got
not the
baby.
youngest.
She got baby with Travis Scott. So I don't think she the youngest. I think Kendall might be the youngest, the second youngest.
And that's who Simmons messed with.
It's a lot of these hoes.
Oh my god.
It's a lot of.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Well, listen, Ben, all I can say is
rip that boy. Rip that boy.
I can say this. My man say
Look at that boy.
it's fatality, instant death. I believe you at least you're gonna live before you die. You fucking one of them. You're gonna have to live
Look at
first.
that boy.
It got to seem fun to you That's just dealing with straight all flesh, yeah. You hear me? That's all flesh right there. That whole conversation.
Hey, anybody heard YG's song? YG got a song called Big Bang. I think let me see. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's YG and Big Sean, right? The reason why I brought that shit up is because Madden decided to put that song as on their soundtrack. If anybody play Madden, you know what I'm saying? You know they got decent little soundtracks they be trying to put together or whatever. Where you playing the game, you hear different songs, you be hearing different artists, Kendrick Lamar, various artists, Gucci, Drake, done Madden games. A lot of different artists, major artists have been in Madden games and had songs on that. And it's good publicity because when you playing the game, you hear the song about fucking 55 to 80 fucking times throughout the whole mix. You'll hear that one song too. You know, that's how you get that shit out.
On the 19th?
Yeah, on the 19th. So they got the song, and on the song, Big Sean has a verse that reference to Colin Kaepernick. I can't remember the exact lyrics. Let me see if I can get those. Cause here you go right here, I think. So he's referenced basically halfway through Big Sean's verse. He says basically, "Feed me to the wolves, now I'll lead the pack and shit. Y'all boys all cap or more Colin Kaepernick." Now,
One more time.
Okay, I'm gonna go back.
I want to make sure they hear that.
So Big Sean verse was like, "Feed me to the wolves, now I lead the pack and shit. Y'all boys all cap or more Colin Kaepernick." You know what I'm saying? So that's a nice little verse.
So
I didn't even know about the verse. But just the mention of Colin Kaepernick's name frightened EA Sports to the point where they were like, you know what? We don't want to remove the song completely from the soundtrack from Madden 19. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to delete that. We're just going to do a little snippet. We're just going to cut that little part out. We're not going to cut the whole verse out because it's part of the song. We love the song, trust me. We're going to cut that little part out when you mention Colin. That guy, yeah. We are not associating ourselves with that guy. So basically, they just, it feel like the shit that he's fighting right now, the trial for collusion, feels fucking real to me. It feels like on all bases because I've seen some of these backup quarterbacks in preseason that's supposed to be behind these starters and they look shitty as fuck. And I've seen a few starters that look like they need to be backups. I don't know. So based on the boy's last numbers of what he did in 2016, which was the last time that boy had a chance to operate, he did his fucking thing, and there's no reason why this man shouldn't be in the NFL, being able to provide for his family, knowing what he's worked so hard to achieve and attain. But at the end of the day, man, when you facing, the opposer who has the bread, who has all the resources, who has the
That's a big statement. It's a big statement. It's hard. That's a hard.
It's like you can't win. Like, God damn, my name, motherfucker can't even mention my name on the game. Oh, what did you just say? Get that shit off, bro. Deleted that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's just some other shit. What was it, bro? Oh, I can't get off either without saying rip. This is some real shit. Rip Aretha Franklin.
Damn. Hey, rest in peace to the queen.
To the queen.
To the queen of the music and what she did. I know my mother
loved the mother.
I don't think she loved her as much as Lady T, but I know she loved Aretha too.
Definitely loved her. But man, just beautiful voice, beautiful soul from what a lot of people who knew her personally say. Only thing I really ain't like about it is this. This is what had me kind of pissed off too. TMZ, these motherfuckers was reporting this shit. This shit was so ill. These motherfuckers was like, okay, we got breaking news. Aretha Franklin has been told by us from a family member that she's on her deathbed. She can go at any minute now, the doctor said. And I'm like, is this a fucking countdown to somebody's death? Like, what type? I know she's a legend, but at the same time, even if it wasn't a legend, like, is that respectful?
Yeah.
Is that respectful to be like, we waiting on this motherfucker to die? This is our news. You got motherfuckers tuned in, waiting. Like, she dead yet?
Nah, you know that
go to sleep, wake up. She dead yet? Damn, she died. Oh Lord, no, Aretha Franklin, no. Nothing but 24-hour Aretha Franklin jams on Power 97, Power 92.3, 107.5. We finna play a straight Aretha mix from 5 to 8. Y'all don't like it.
What they call that? What they call that? That's called capitalizing, bro.
Yeah, bro. You know
what you capitalizing off of?
The death of somebody, man. Somebody that put, you know what I'm saying, a lot of their souls into that music, and really
everybody want a piece of a dollar.
Everybody down.
You know what I'm saying? Want a bag.
Everybody want the coin.
That's how you know it's fucked up.
Sad.
That's exactly how you know shit is fucked up, man. Because they put everything is with a price. It's about the dollar sign. It's about making something. And as soon as you can give me something, or I can find something that presents itself to me to make some money, that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's how we gonna do it. That's the next thought. So shit fucked up. So once again, though, rest in peace. Rest in peace to the queen.
Rest in peace to the queen.
The music and what she did.
Man, other than that, man, you know, a few other things, man, you know, nothing too major that I can really think of, man. That whole Google shit, that was kind of weird. With the whole tracking motherfuckers, when you cut the tracking, you know how you be doing like I do this shit a lot, especially when I'm going somewhere far out up north. So I'm finna put this shit on motherfucking GPS real quick. You know what I'm saying? And they ask you what's your location.
Everybody.
What's your location? So you got to throw your tracking on real quick so they can see your GPS, so they can know your location. Make it faster for you to make your route, so they know, okay, this is where you at. This is where you turn. Ooh, exact coordinates. Ooh, up there. Google is now admitting that they have been monitoring people's movements even when tracking's being off.
Exactly what your PS4 and your Xbox One doing.
They signed.
That was the first thought that came to my head. That's exactly what the shit in your house doing right now.
In 2011, they said that they would not be doing shit like that, and they kind of signed like some type of paperwork saying they wouldn't be doing shit like that. Now, in 2018, they're admitting that yes, for app purposes and other bullshit, the language, you know what I'm saying, that shit they be spitting, that Edomite shit.
You know it. Another segment.
We're gonna go there. We're tracking you for researching activity app reasons sometimes. Not all the time, sometimes.
You already know. There's always an excuse for everything. Look,
you
man,
know where you're going.
This shit, we was doing training activities. God damn it.
We know where
you know this shit. You know, we had training going on over there. Shut your mouth.
That's pretty much really all I got, man, for, you know, the little entertainment sports / media / world news / shit, you know what I'm saying, on the end.
Hey, man, I just want to just say just a little bit about my area, my neck of the woods before we get out of here. RV, Illinois, you know. For everybody I know, it's ugly right now in the land. That's why we got to get off our high horse, man, and start from somewhere, man. Stop the hating. Subscribe, man, and let's build. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about my show and about me and my brother podcast. Like I said, we could go live and not a view be on here.
You hear me?
I know.
And this man ain't stayed in Harvard in years. You know what I'm saying? He's so far removed from the hood. I doubt that he knows his way around.
Hey, listen.
But he knows. He's telling y'all the truth. Don't listen.
Listen, man. This is facts, man.
Know that.
All the shit that's going on, man. It's time. You know what I'm saying? It's time better than ever. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, we can get on Facebook and say we really want things to change and we don't like what's going on, but you got the thing, you can do something about it. And the hate got to go out the window first. You got to throw that out the way and say, look, man, I'm going to take a chance on trying to build it. Let's get some truth and some understanding and make some things happen. There's some foul shit going around the world. And we might can't do everything. I know everybody and their mama got a podcast and motherfuckers might feel they do it better and we doing it better and we've been doing it longer. That's fine and dandy. If we can help y'all, that's good. If we can get some subscribers to go to y'all, that's cool. If y'all want us to subscribe to y'all channel, we with that. I'm Marquis.
We accept feedback.
It's Brandon. It's B-Lo. You know what I'm saying?
We accept feedback. We love that.
Let's get it.
Build
Let's
together,
start
build
building,
together, man.
And I'm telling you,
Make each
as
other
kings, man, like the show was called today, Kings, what are they? Who are they? Man, it start with us, man. As the kings, man. Love your brother. Love your brother, man.
Okay.
And understand that in all of this shit that's going on, the killing ain't what happened. I know that shit sound cliche, but if you got to stay out the way, stay out the way. Put your pride to the side, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to live to be able to make the change and be able to this and that. And if you have to die, let your death be meaningful. Let it be something that somebody look at like, man, that brother was trying to live for us. His story ain't a selfish story, a story of just him and about himself. We gotta start using our brain. Queens, like I said in the show before, man, if it's just 2 people that catch a glimpse of the show, tell one and tell them like, man, them boys, you know, they ain't playing, man. We wanna get the truth out, man. We're gonna talk about everything on the show. I know we ain't got all the time in the world to do it, but I promise you, we're gonna do our best. And especially as the show grows and the subscriptions come, like my man said in the beginning, the background change, and you don't see the back of these cabinets no more. We're gonna make it happen, man. Just have faith, stay with us, and I appreciate everybody who subscribed and watched the channel.
Facts indeed, man.
Man,
2 Kings, man. You know what I'm saying? We
man, thank you. We appreciate y'all, man. And like always,
love y'all too.
Love you, peace and love, man.
Definitely love y'all most first and foremost. And yeah, like my man said,
Stay safe, y'all.
Stay safe, man.
Yeah.